With over 33 years in the mobile bartending and service industry, he is the guy who brings the party and the joy wherever he goes.
She's a seasoned event planner and producer with more than 20 years of experience in sports, corporate, nonprofit, and private events, and she's here to keep things running smoothly.
Together, we are hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters of the wild, hilarious, and unforgettable moments in the world of events. This is the EventTalk Podcast with Dave and Rachel. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining the EventTalk Podcast today. Hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters. We are here with Elisabeth, Irwin. I'm super excited. I feel like we've become friends over the years. Like, she's always my go-to call. But she's got a company called Pop of Color AZ, correct? I always think it's AZ Pop of Color. I don't know why.
Well, it's really just Pop of Color balloon design. But
there we go.
I have the AZ on the end, so
the Instagram.
That just is what it is.
That's it. So, and she does amazing balloon art. It's art. It's not just like decor in a sense. And every time she does the same event for me every single year, you come in and you're like, that much better every single year. And I do not know how you do it. I'm like, it's perfect. And then she comes in next year and makes it 10 times more perfect.
Wow, that's so nice
Thank
of you.
you.
Thanks.
Anyways, welcome to the EventTalk Podcast.
Thank you. Thank you guys for having me. I'm excited.
Yeah. And then, Dave, we have a mocktail today, don't we?
Oh, we do. I always have to move this thing.
I know.
Today's mocktail is watermelon and lime.
Watermelon and lime.
Right? And it's made by Steph of Pour Masters.
Should we cheers?
Cheers.
Cheers, yeah. Welcome.
Cheers. Oh,
Lime
cheers,
in the way.
Cheers.
Come on.
Cheers. Because aren't you supposed to hit the bar? Isn't it a salute to the bartenders?
Sure. Yeah,
From the bartender company.
Sure.
Sure, why not? Yeah.
You know more than I do. I just own the company.
I just like the booze. That's fine.
Ooh, that's really yummy. It tastes like candy. Like a sweet,
There you go.
Starburst kind of, but healthier.
Next time we'll add vodka and see if it tastes like candy.
But I do think you can add it with club soda or Sprite, and I think club soda would be really good.
Yeah, a little bit on the top.
It's already sweet enough.
Vodka, tequila.
Yeah. That too. That too.
We can just keep
Gin,
going.
rum.
Whatever's behind us.
I bet your wine wouldn't be.
Ooh.
Chardonnay
Or a
Blanc.
rosé.
Yeah.
Like a
That'd be really
sparkling
good
wine.
too. Well, she
like
makes
them.
good. She makes good stuff.
It's very
Yeah,
yummy. I will
it's
take that one home at the end of the day.
Okay. Just bring back the bottle.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Okay, so we're here obviously to talk about events and kind of your involvement in them, but also funny untold disasters within the event world.
Yes.
So what got you into balloons? Because you're sort of new at it, but yet you're a veteran because you've become like a pro and teach other people how to do this stuff.
Yeah, so I started my business officially about 4.5 years ago. It was February of 2021. We had fresh out of COVID. But I have been working with balloons for now almost 8 years. Okay. So I kind of stumbled into it because I had just had our first daughter. She was about 6 months old, and as one does, I started planning her first birthday because of course I did. And I had seen some stuff on Pinterest of these like beautiful organic balloon designs, and I was like, I want that for her party. But at that time, no one in Arizona was really doing it, at least nobody that I could find. So I just said, okay, well, I guess I'm going to learn how to do this myself. So I went to YouTube and watched a few YouTube videos. The garland that I did for her first birthday, it was a 12-foot long garland.
Hold on. What's a garland?
So a garland is like
I think of Christmas.
Yeah. A garland
like
is
that.
kind of like a balloon arch, I guess you would say, but typically they're much more organic in shape.
Flow.
Yeah, and they also have really the notorious thing about balloon garlands versus balloon arches or something like that is they have multiple different sizes of balloons in a garland.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got the picture.
Yeah.
There you go.
So
Learn something new every day.
No, I don't. Okay.
So, that first 12-foot garland, to give you some context, a 12-foot balloon garland now will take me 30 minutes to inflate and put together. Like, really fast, really simple.
Which is like the size of a room. Like, think of like a bedroom is like a 12 by 12
Right.
bedroom.
Is it helium or is it just air?
Air.
Okay.
That first balloon garland that I did for her birthday took me somewhere between a week and a half and 2 weeks. I was
5 hours or something.
I was hand inflating, like with a hand pump, every individual balloon, and then tying it together with like ribbon that you see on like helium balloons.
Sure.
Individually. Oh my God, my poor husband. He was just like, "Why did you start this?" And I was like, "I don't know, but now I have to finish it." And through all that, even though it took 2 weeks to do this one garland, I found some sort of weird love of it, and was like, oh, this is fun and cool, and I want to keep doing this. So I just like, every once in a while for her birthdays, when I had other birthdays in the family, stuff like that, I would just do it. And then I was still working my corporate job, and then we got pregnant with our second daughter. And in January of 2020, I was still pregnant, and I decided I wanted to leave my job so I could be a stay-at-home mom.
Yeah. Good mom.
It was wonderful until March of 2020, 2 months later, and the entire world closed down. And then I was like really a stay-at-home mom. Like, no one ever told me that I was going to have to be in my house 24/7 with my 1.5-year-old spicy daughter, and also like very largely pregnant. I was like, this is not what I signed up for.
And March, where we start to get hot here in the summer.
Yeah, exactly. And because I was pregnant, I was even more like afraid of all the stuff that was happening with COVID.
Right, that was right in the middle.
It is.
I mean, right in the middle.
So like I literally didn't leave the house. Like my husband was the one tasked with going to the grocery store and doing all the things that we needed to do to survive in our house. And I was just like, I can't leave. I don't want to risk it. So fast forward, we have our second daughter, get her through the newborn phase, and then in like January of 2021, I was like, I really need to do something for myself again. Like I need something where I can get out of the house and just have like some me time again. And my husband was like, why don't you just create an LLC? It's a really great way for us to write off more on taxes. That was the entire reason.
We need to meet him. Bring him to the parties. He's a smart man.
And I was like, okay, maybe I'll just create an LLC for balloons, not thinking anything of it. I had not really stayed up to date on like what was happening in the balloon industry, because who does that?
Well, did you take that time to learn more about balloons?
I did.
Okay.
Yes, I had learned a lot more already.
Time, though, when you think about it, because a lot of the companies went out of business because they didn't have it. You were starting, right? And I don't know about the balloon industry, but it was the perfect time to start a business.
Well, yeah.
Our competitors, I mean, most bar services started because they lost their job at the bar.
Right.
So after COVID, there's 30 new bartending services.
Yeah.
Right? Which is a great idea.
Yeah, and it was crazy because I do feel really lucky that I started when I started, because it just immediately blew up, no pun intended. But the balloon industry...
Hope it didn't.
Blew up.
I didn't know this at the time, but the balloon industry had actually taken off during COVID because so many people, they couldn't have their real parties, so they were doing, drive-through baby showers and all these things. So
decorate the front yard.
Yeah, so balloons actually went crazy. I didn't know it, so I was like getting in on that like right as it started to go up. So
crazy.
Now
and then meet the right people, and there you go.
Yeah.
What was the weirdest platform that somebody wanted you to put balloons on? I mean, cars, you've done walls, you've done grass. I know, I'm like, what, the display? I know I talked to you about a big dog at one point.
Yes, which, by the way, I just tried yesterday, and I did it, and I was like, oh, we're going to...
It's a big dog, it's on a leash.
Is it a poodle?
I think it's, probably a poodle.
It's like the balloon dogs is what it looks like, but bigger.
Yeah, but you can do crazy, I mean, we've seen some crazy balloon stuff.
Yeah.
And you don't do the twisting ones.
No, not really.
Because there was a guy that did that, and he made some crazy stuff, too.
I know. Those people are insane. They're
You've done ice cream cones?
I have, yep.
Okay, so if we can't figure out what platform, what is the craziest setup, design, balloon thing?
So actually this one, oh God, it will forever be like just a painful memory for me to think of. But I have this one client, she's been a repeat client of mine for years now, and she always has these really big, wonderful, crazy ideas, and I'm always like, I'm game. Let's do it. I want to like learn something new. And so I think it was 2 years ago now, her family are big donors to USC. Their whole family went to USC. So they got the opportunity when USC came out here for, I think, the Fiesta Bowl.
Yes.
They got to host the entire band.
Oh, wow.
At their house. And the band, so they have to feed them and do all of that.
Not with the instruments, right?
No. The band and the cheerleaders or whomever did a private performance for them and their family at their house. They have a humongous backyard. I'm sure you can imagine. But what she wanted from me was to do these giant, like, 8-foot balloon letters to put behind the band when they do the performance that spells out USC. In my head, I was like, this is easy. I've done other like big things to look like things, like this should be an easy thing, no problem. It was very much a problem. So nobody that I can find, and still to this day have not found any other balloon people who have done letters that big. So
8 feet is tall.
The tallest letters I've seen somebody do are like about 6 feet.
Okay.
Once you get past 6 feet, it is incredibly difficult, unless you're a welder, to make any sort of structure for the balloons
That'll
to go
stand.
on. That will stand and that won't like move around. So I ended up rigging up like it was PVC pipe plus like some conduit, and even still with everything, I could not figure out how to get these things to like stand and look nice. And I did finally.
An S is kind of funky.
The S is funky. The U was fine.
Wait,
Yeah,
what's
you could make-
funky about the S?
Because you can't go straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, with the pole.
Yeah.
With the
Right,
pole.
I
So
see.
like,
And then same
because
with the C.
yeah,
Right.
when this side goes out, it starts to droop if
There's
it's
got to
not
be a
super
piece
intense.
of metal that bends. No?
Well, I'm sure she figured it
Yeah,
out.
Or a hose that
well,
would bend?
not really. So like all of the things that I found that could bend, I tried, and I did finally get structures that were sturdy enough that like they could still look like an S and a C and a U. So that took, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks of me testing things out, and then finally felt like I had it. I was ready to go. I was really excited about it. Did the whole setup. Left, and I don't know, an hour after I had left, it was direct sunlight, it was in like April, she called me and was like, all the balloons are popping.
Oh.
And I was like, oh my God.
Were they all the same size? Or no?
These ones were all the same
Okay, they were all the
size.
same-
Yep. So I blew up a bunch more balloons, had to go back, had to try to like make it look as nice as possible, and even then, like it was not.
So they were
What
popping
you like.
because it was
Yeah.
in the sun, but was the thing that you put them on like metal, so it made them even hotter?
I don't think that was the
Okay.
issue. I think it was really just
the
that
sun.
it was the
Fiesta
sun.
Bowl is January or December.
Well,
I don't know.
Fiesta
It was
Bowl is
hot though.
yeah, New Year's usually around
Yeah.
New Year's, but yeah, warm and then direct sunlight
Well,
on balloons.
it could be
issue.
70 degrees in Arizona.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it could be 80 degrees. I mean, you never
Now,
know.
if it was helium, would have popped too? Is that a
Yeah.
different? Okay, so it doesn't matter.
Do you work with helium?
I do.
Okay.
Unfortunately, I really hate working with
Oh, we
helium,
should. We were
but-
talking about we should just go. We did start it off with, "Hey, nice to meet you."
I have never done that in my life.
Why?
Ever. Why should I?
It's not
Because you
good.
sound like a little. It's, I mean, I've seen
kills
people
your-
pass out and stuff.
Yeah, it kills your brain cells every time you
See,
do
there
it.
you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
that explains a lot.
But yeah, I mean so I ended up actually giving her like a 100% refund because I
Yeah.
felt so awful. I was like, this is a wonderful milestone for your family.
That's interesting.
But she was just so incredibly kind. She was like, don't worry about it. Like, I support women. I support women-owned businesses. And
it's not
she's
your
still my
fault.
client.
I mean, that's
No.
the act of God, right? That's
Yeah.
what something like that would say.
yeah.
Right, we talked about it on the first one. The wind took out a whole
Yeah.
structure of a wedding.
Oh, don't even talk about wind.
Wind?
That is
Wind
everyone's
is
worst
like,
nightmare.
Right?
I'd rather have rain than wind almost.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, for
Well,
you
wind here in
too.
Arizona is not just
But-
a nice little breeze.
Right.
Yeah, it's
comes.
gusty. It is
Yeah.
gusty.
It
Yeah, yeah.
It is. Oh my gosh. So what do you think is like your ultimate balloon fail?
That was probably
one of
Yeah,
them?
that was probably one of them. Let me think about any other
was
like
recently?
big fails. I guess
And did like helium? Did a kid tie his dog and the dog fly off or anything? Or anything
Like Up. It was in the movie.
yeah,
Up.
right?
I mean, anything like no, and then you see someone flying away.
Yeah, I guess my other big fail, the other one that really sticks out is I was on my way to a setup. I had a U-Haul. It was completely filled up with all of my balloons because I inflate before I get to the client.
Oh.
And I was going to be a little bit early for the client. I was like, this is going to be an easy peasy day, no problem. I get on the freeway and then I realized that I hadn't latched the door of the U-Haul. So I'm driving, no big deal. All of a sudden I hear people honking behind me and I'm like, what are they honking about? I look in the mirror and I see a giant king-size mattress bag filled with balloons rolling across the freeway. So people are like slamming on their brakes.
Right,
I'm freaking out. I see it just like, it's somewhere in the Papago Mountains still to this day. I don't know where it went. But so then I had to immediately pull over. There was no way that I could run and get the balloons. Like they're gone. So latched the back of the truck again, then had to turn around and go home and reinflate probably, I don't know, 20 feet worth of balloons. And still make it to my client on time. I think I ended up being about 30 minutes late, and I had called them being like, this is what just happened.
Well, the party didn't start for a while, though.
Party didn't start for a while, so I was fine. I had time, but I think that was the biggest fail. Latch
the back of the U-Haul.
That's not the first. I bet you there's a lot of stories in our industry like that.
The number of times now that I check that truck door.
You learn from your mistakes.
Yes.
I can totally picture it just rolling down the freeway, though.
And people are freaking out, even though it's balloons.
They don't know what's in it. Yeah.
Right. Well, and like if you hit that with your car, like you're at least not going to be able to see.
Yeah.
You know?
It'll bounce right off and hit the car behind you.
It was bad. That's
hilarious, especially on our freeways.
I know. Oh my gosh.
Oh my goodness. That is great. Okay, so what do you think the wildest request is? So you said the USC was interesting. I mean, I've requested obviously a 8-foot dog from you that you could put on a leash. So that's very funky. And I send it to you and you're like, I want to do that.
Yeah. And then I practiced it yesterday and I was like, yep,
Can you make an old fashioned?
I love it.
An old fashioned, like
in
a drink?
glass? Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
See? No.
Maybe.
So like a drink.
So you walk in and there's a balloon old fashioned at the bar.
Probably, yeah.
I mean, it would have to be big.
It'd be big.
It would be big, yeah.
But that actually that would be interesting to make drinks.
Yeah.
So I think I mean, don't get me wrong. Balloon trends are very popular right now for events and walls. I use like photo walls for you and arches and towers.
Yep.
But I feel like this, and I think you kicked it off with like the ice cream cones is like doing balloons that are pieces of what we see in our everyday life.
Right.
So it's not just an arch, it's a drink, it's a dog, it's a... So do you have any that you think you do better at than others of that type of stuff?
So I'm actually pretty new to like making... They're called sculptures. So I'm new to doing balloon sculptures.
Balloon artists.
Yes. So that's something that I've been kind of learning how to do over the last, I would say, like year and a half. But one of the very first things that I did that I guess you could kind of consider a sculpture is balloon bows.
Oh, yes.
That same client, actually, that USC client was the one who initially asked me to do a bow. She was like, I saw one picture of it somewhere on Pinterest and I want it. And every year we've done for her daughter, she has only one daughter, so she's like her pride and joy. So every year her daughter picks basically the same theme for her birthday.
Pink.
And so every year she wants me to do a big balloon bow on a bounce house, but every single year we've done more bows on bigger bounce houses. So
can you make a bow that I could wear?
A bow tie?
I
could wear then when everybody wears them at a wedding or something like that?
I could. I'm not great at it. That's something that balloon twisters are really good at.
Balloon twisters.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's something that they would
clown balloon people.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Small.
But that one's, I mean, that's my favorite. And they're like pretty easy to do.
Yeah. Okay. Because they come in different sizes. And I like it. I like it. Well, they just need to add this pink drink to their event. And
What's the largest balloon we could do?
The largest like
setup?
Just like if I just wanted to pump up a balloon, what's like the largest?
Oh, I mean they make balloons that are like it could fill up this room.
6 feet, kind of.
It could literally
fill up this room.
So have you guys ever seen? There's
a big balloon.
Put you in it, and then we'll tether you in case you get
people in the balloon. Yeah, like roll it.
Well, have you guys ever seen pictures of? It was started by an actual artist, not a balloon artist, but an artist. He made these. Please don't kill the messenger. I didn't name them. Somebody else did. They're called big shiny balls.
Do you hit the button on that? You don't
Are they blue?
If I said
they come in every color.
You say it, it's fine.
Are they blue?
But I love it. Created them, and granted, they're not latex. They're more like a foil kind of balloon. They're thicker than that, but they have them that are like 8 feet tall, 8 feet wide, humongous. But a latex balloon, the biggest ones that you could like easily get your hands on is a 36-inch balloon. Okay. It's 3 feet by 3 feet.
Okay.
I say we put a bunch of them with helium in a lawn chair and launch you.
I don't think it would not even move.
It would move. We have enough balloons to do it.
There's a woman who lives, I think, in Russia. You guys have probably seen her content. Like she'll post herself holding a bunch of helium balloons with a big ball gown dress that matches the balloons.
I have seen this, yes.
So she did that. Yes. She got like, I don't know how many helium balloons she needed, but she did it wearing, it was all yellow balloons wearing this big, beautiful yellow ball gown, and she literally just floated around in the sky.
We should do that. You'd get great publicity. We should do that.
That's so expensive.
And
helium is so expensive. And also no thanks.
How much would it cost?
I don't know. Probably $30,000.
Oh, really? To do something
least?
like that?
Yeah, have fun with that, Dave.
Yeah.
What's that?
Have fun with that. I'm not spending $30,000 on, and then you just fall splat on the ground.
Well, no, we'll tether you, and then we'll bring you back.
Yeah, I think she was tethered. That's true. She was tethered.
Okay, tethered makes me feel a little better. And having like at least a big bounce thing.
Okay,
at
when
the
I'm in
bottom.
the lottery, we're doing it.
In the lottery. Oh my goodness, that's crazy.
Do you make faces? Like if somebody asked for like a portrait?
No.
Is that something you think you can do?
It would take a lot of, so it's not something like where you go to, an amusement park and somebody's like, sit down and I'll paint you. It would take, like, you could maybe do it, but it would take getting the portrait and then planning all of it out.
Each different
advance.
balloon, each different color, each different size. All that stuff.
But you can attach things to balloons. So a lot of people, speaking of the bows, a lot of people are putting bows to the balloons. Pearls, I've even seen, diamonds. So there's all that.
Diamond?
Real diamonds, Dave. That's where the $30,000.
Floating you on a chair.
So it's not only the actual physical balloons, but you can attach things. And you do a great job putting like fake flowers in them too, and making it incredible. And then you can also put stuff inside the balloons, like confetti or.
I've seen people fill it with water
stuff.
and flowers, and then pop the balloon, and then you have ice for that, right?
Yeah.
Some people use balloons that way.
I thought you meant like flying balloons with water and flowers.
So
I'm like,
what do you want to build? Like,
what do I want to have?
What is like on
no
your mind,
budget, time,
right.
no
So you
budget
have
restraint,
$30,000.
no time.
If I have $30,000. So there are two things that have been on my bucket list, and I feel like what better time to put them out in the universe than on the podcast.
I will let you know because you can probably do it at one of my events.
The first one is,
budget.
since I started,
Yeah.
I have wanted to put balloons on a jet.
Oh, yes.
A big jet.
Okay.
And some people have done it, like they
it a
just
car?
put balloons down like the little handle for the stairs, but that's not what I want to do. I want to literally put it on the jet all the way across.
We throw a party at a jet place, so I will find out.
I was like, I can't get a jet to my
Oh,
event
yeah.
space, but
They sell the jets, so it's sort of neat. It's a very interesting event.
Oh, wow.
They sell jets, helicopters, and sports cars.
Oh my gosh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Well, and then you told me
and
cars.
30,000 of them.
Yeah, cars I love.
30,000 is like $1.
Yeah. Cars I love to put balloons on. I just think it's really fun. You can do some really like fun, unique things with them. And then the other thing that's on my wish list is to do, a separate part of my business that's really only for the holidays is I do Christmas tree trimming. And when I say Christmas tree trimming, I mean like I make balloons that look like actual ornaments, not the trees.
Okay.
So I use like other people's trees, and I will do the whole design like any other professional tree trimmer would do. And so I really want to do Christmas trees for Nordstrom when they put all of their trees up.
what about
decorations.
for Christmas at the castle for foster children?
That I will do happily, anytime.
Yay! Well, and then it's funny too because you do a university, so you like teach. Is it Balloon University? Is that what?
Yes. Yep.
And so you teach other people your amazing passion and create all these things. And now she's going to donate the balloons to my events for children
class.
and dogs and nonprofits from the class. And so I think that's amazing. Like giving back to the community, plus rather than just popping the balloons after class, have an installment and they learn from that as well.
Yeah,
it's incredible.
The other thing about that, so I host master classes, which are in-person classes. That's actually separate from Balloon University.
Got it.
But those master classes, it was probably like my first or second one that I had ever done, and we were doing it at a venue space, and there was a birthday party that was going to be happening right after we were done with the master class, and we did. I mean, it had to have been probably like a $10,000 to $15,000 design that we had all done together. It was so beautiful, and we didn't want to pop it because that's so sad. So I called the owner of the venue and I said, "Hey, I know you have an event after we're done. Do you want to call the other client and see if they would want us to keep it up?" And then we just want somebody to be able to
enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it.
Appreciate it.
So she called us back, and she goes, yeah, so the other event is a little girl's birthday party, and the theme is Frozen, so her mom doesn't want it. Oh. And to this day, the people who were in that masterclass and I, like, we still talk about it. We're like, I cannot believe that woman opted to not keep these balloons
for kids' parties.
Was it a design or was it random?
It was backdrops with a bunch of balloons all the way around the backdrops, balloons going up on the ceiling, florals, fresh florals actually in that one. Gosh. And granted, like, yes, the colors were not like a Frozen theme, but honestly, if it were me, I'd be like, hey, honey, we're changing your theme.
Could it be moved? Could it have been moved to say, okay, put it as a walk-in at the front door or something, and then from there?
No. They're pretty
sad.
So how did you pop it all? Did you just run out with a toothpick and just, that would have been fun.
So I was going to say, I have to put this somewhere, but there's like a thing you can get that just has like a ton of spikes on it, and you just go around to all the balloons. Striker.
Yeah, they're fun.
I'd have a heart attack, probably.
Talk about getting some anger issues out.
Yeah.
Get some anger
Yeah.
You don't like Frozen?
But you don't have to do it one at a time. You just go around. You're like,
it's got nails like this on it, and so you just go.
Oh, really? Oh, that'd be fun.
Right?
Fun.
Yeah.
I could do that. I'd do it for free if you.
Right?
Well, thank you. I'll call you next time.
If I'm sitting around, let me know if you need some balloons popped.
Yep. Especially late at night.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah,
I'm like, hey, Dave, you want to come do my strike, please?
At midnight, 11 o'clock at night.
Well, but yeah, nights.
Fair.
You young people have the nighttime. Right?
We did a balloon pop because you had set it up, and then we put it down. And I'll never forget the girl who did it, because I was doing everything else with the event, is like, I'm never doing that again. But all she had was a pair of scissors, and so it was literally pop, 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 and she's just like, I'm never doing that again. She's like, we're paying for you to come back and do it.
But the candle people that do our parties, they walk around with one of those, like you just said, those air things.
Yeah,
and
air pumps.
They're like, no.
Yeah,
I know.
They figured it out one day.
So lightheaded if you were trying to blow those all out.
Well, and then hair and nope, definitely
that's
not.
cool.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
I still want to see a dog or a kid fly away. That's a.
So we have decorating a jet, balloon ornaments for Christmas trees.
Specifically at Nordstrom.
Because
I have clients who hire me to do their tree trimming. I want Nordstrom.
Okay. Do you hear that?
I would even be happy with like letting me like curate one of their storefront windows. I would love that.
But Nordstrom here in Scottsdale, like in
Phoenix. Any Nordstrom.
I
used to work at Nordstrom. I love Nordstrom. I love the brand. I love like everything they stand for, and I also think that they do a really good job with their presentation of things. So,
what if it was Macy's in New York?
I would do it for Macy's in New York, not
in
Macy's.
New York.
The Macy's in New York. Sorry, Macy's local.
Right, exactly. I know, how funny. And then I think Dave added the old-fashioned drink.
Well, now I got to work on
drinks.
Yeah.
Just drinks.
I don't have 30,000 to make it.
Well, the martini glasses.
Can I get you drunk? What do you guys drink?
That would be significantly less than $30,000. We could do something like that for probably like a few $100s.
Okay, so we can do it. Maybe for a cool off.
Yeah, I haven't talked to her about that. Well, that's another topic, another day. But so, what do you think? Two things. You wish planners and people who hired you knew, and then talk a little bit about the physicality of the job. It's not just
balloons are light. Don't start with me.
Exactly. So
come on.
I would say the number one thing that I wish people knew, or I wish was a little bit more transparent, and this is not really an issue with other people. This is an issue that our industry needs to solve, and that is, I wish that more planners and clients had an understanding of the cost of these types of things, because as soon as you say balloons, the very first thing that somebody thinks of is like, well, I'm not going to spend thousands of dollars on this because I can go get a bag of balloons for $10 at the grocery store, right? But the reality is it's so much more than that. Like probably 90% of my clients come to me because they've tried to do their own balloon garland and they were like, this is the worst thing ever. So I'm going to hire somebody to do it. So
takes them 2 weeks to do it.
Right, exactly. So yeah, I wish that more planners are definitely learning. I do wish that more clients better understood it. But again, going back to our industry, for whatever reason, our industry is incredibly secretive when it comes to pricing. That's something that I am trying to change.
Hospitality? Or
no, the balloon industry.
Okay.
Yeah. So other balloon professionals don't want to tell their competitors how much they're charging, so they don't put it on their website, and then that's really weird because everybody's afraid that they're going to be undercut by another balloon stylist. And it's like, I mean, if somebody's undercutting you, that's sad for them because they're making less money. They're leaving money on the table, and it's just not happening.
Welcome to business 101.
Yeah. So I'm like single-handedly trying to take that challenge on and make things more
well, it's an artistic, floral, same thing,
Yep.
right?
Yes, exactly.
You go, how much did you pay for flowers? They're going to die, right? But again, it's the artistic part that you're paying, right?
Right.
There's an old saying, like the plumber comes and he's there for 15 minutes and he says it's $1,000.
Right.
And he's like, you were only here 15 minutes. He goes, I've been studying it for 30 years.
Right, exactly.
Same concept,
exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
that's the issue.
And we've gotten to a point with florals where people don't really bat an eye. Like if you have a wedding planner and you're planning a wedding, your planner is probably going to tell you, hey, flowers need to be like the number 1 or number 2 thing on your budget.
Flowers,
yeah.
bar, and
Bartending.
food.
No, I'm just kidding.
No, but it's
Photographer,
alcohol, yeah.
right? Like so.
The ring should be the biggest thing on you.
Yes. But we don't bat an eye at that. If somebody says it's going to be $10,000 for me to do all of your flowers for your wedding, that's normal. We don't bat an eye. And it's the exact same thing with balloons, and people just don't get it. Like, it's the quality of balloons that professionals have the ability to get.
Cake.
It's the artistry. It's all of those things.
Right.
Yeah.
It's your. They don't realize how much time you've taken to blow these balloons up, right? And to design them.
And the background of her learning to do it the way you have done it. So,
Yeah.
and then real quick before we end, physicality.
Oh, gosh. I mean, I like barely go to the gym anymore. I mean, check out those
You go to the gym.
Good.
How many kids again?
Two
Okay.
kids.
One in each arm when you're shopping? You go to the gym. You have your own personal gym.
But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of, I am carrying heavy things, and I know balloons are not one
just
of
balloons,
those, but
the weight,
the stands,
backdrops, weights, all of those things, the big ladders, and then I'm going up and down the ladder over and over again. I also, even with carrying the big bags of balloons, you have to carry them in really weird ways. So like you're
To, like,
using
be able to
muscles
see.
in an odd way. So it is incredibly physical. People
Is there a
don't
way to
understand that.
design something to transport this that might be beneficial?
King size mattress bags.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe on a roller with a hanger. I mean, you could come up with something to help balloon artists.
The bags are just so large that there really isn't, at least, I mean, if you find something that you think would work, you let me know.
Well,
next
we
project.
can design something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
have to see. You have to send me a video of the you carrying a bag.
Yeah, okay.
She'll send you the video of it rolling down the freeway.
Yeah. Right.
Somebody has that already.
Yeah.
It's got to be everybody.
Yeah,
Oh
seriously.
my gosh.
Oh, well, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
It was so fun to hear about the balloon world, and
Yes,
I love
thank
the
you.
setups that you've done and all the interesting things, and it's never a dull day in
Yeah.
the balloon space, it sounds like.
Yes, yeah, no kidding.
Never
Thank you so
deflate.
much.
Yes, thank you
Thank you for having me.
Okay, I'm gonna save, and we're gonna send her up in a.
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Right?
I'm not
I'm gonna
doing
give you
that.
31,000.
Oh,
31,000.
An
I'll
extra
tip you
1,000.
yeah.
Nice.
So, and we're gonna
Podcast has to just excel.
We're gonna send her up.
Anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today. We are here with Elisabeth. Definitely check her out on social media. Like I said, she gives great tutorials. You talk about personal stuff. You cry online. I love it. She
Don't tell people that.
No,
Why
but
would you
it's
say
so
that,
amazing. It's so amazing. It's just you know who she is, which is the best part of it. So
Thank you.
yes,
Thanks for joining
thank
us.
you. And then like you're supposed to. What is it? Follow, share, like, subscribe, interact,
Blah,
blah
blah,
blah. Yeah,
All the things.
all the things.
like
So yes, thanks for
Subscribe.
joining us. Bye guys.
you.
Thanks for tuning into the Event Talk Podcast, hot mics, cold drinks, and untold disasters, where every event has a story. A big thank you to our guests for their laughs, stories, and lessons. If you loved this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share with your fellow event pros. Until next time.